Meghan Markle's appearance on The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, has become the latest chapter in the ongoing public scrutiny surrounding her life and ambitions. What was meant to be a lighthearted segment took an unexpected turn when NBA star Stephen Curry, also a guest on the show, playfully ribbed Markle about her newly stated desire to enter the culinary world. Curry's remarks, meant in jest, questioned her readiness to host a cooking show, sparking a wider and heated discussion about her suitability for this venture and raising questions about her connection with everyday audiences. Markle's cooking aspirations have left many skeptical, with some questioning if she's the right fit for this particular public role. The former actress and duchess, who has often spoken about her culinary preferences, has historically admitted to limited cooking skills. This hasn't deterred her new ambitions, but Curry's comments seem to have unleashed a wave of public sentiment questioning Markle's motivations. Is Markle out of her depth in this venture? Does her royal and celebrity background make her too disconnected from the realities of everyday viewers to host a show centered around food? These questions underscore a broader skepticism surrounding her ability to connect with mainstream audiences. To some, Markle's upbringing and royal experiences may paint her as far removed from the everyday person's struggles and tastes. Critics argue that her affinity for gourmet tastes and specific dietary preferences feels disconnected from the more approachable vibe expected of a cooking show host. Markle's past interviews, which have touched on her preferences for organic ingredients and exotic dishes, have led some to view her tastes as elitist. For a cooking show meant to appeal broadly, her public persona could be a challenging fit. This isn't the first time Markle's relatability has been questioned. Her transition from Hollywood to royal life, then her return to celebrity status in the United States, has often cast her as a figure who remains in the public eye but struggles to maintain consistent public support. Markle's relationship with the British royal family, which became strained following her departure with Prince Harry, has only amplified public debate. While she has inspired support for her outspoken views on personal independence and mental health, her every move also attracts criticism, often prompting accusations that she is overly self-promoting or disconnected from reality. What began as a playful exchange between Markle and Curry quickly spiraled, with fans and critics alike debating her culinary ambitions and her broader public persona. Supporters argue that Markle is entitled to pursue her interests and explore new opportunities, particularly given her experiences in the public eye. However, the shift from philanthropy and advocacy to something as niche as a cooking show may strike some as inconsistent or even contrived. Critics have pointed to other public missteps that seem to reinforce the perception of Markle's detachment from mainstream audiences. Her appearance at various high-profile events, often clad in expensive attire, has occasionally clashed with the nature of these events, underscoring the disconnect between her lifestyle and that of everyday people. For example, Markle's high-end wardrobe choices during charitable events, including a reading session with children from low-income families, have sometimes left audiences questioning her understanding of modesty and sincerity in these settings. Such moments only add to the view that Markle's approach to fame leans more toward opulence than relatability. In her latest attempt to capture the public's interest with culinary pursuits, Markle may find herself confronting an audience that expects more humility and approachability. Many feel that cooking shows thrive on warmth and connection, traits that, fairly or not, some audiences find lacking in her public persona. Markle's potential entry into the culinary world might thus seem like a risky step, one that could expose her to further scrutiny and criticism. The scrutiny around Markle's culinary dreams is emblematic of the heightened visibility and public critique she faces. With each new venture, she invites both interest and critique. Her past experiences and choices are constantly scrutinized, feeding into ongoing discussions about her place in public life. To some, Markle represents an aspirational figure, unafraid to carve out her own path. But to others, her repeated reinventions feel inconsistent and indicative of an ungrounded approach to public life, raising questions about whether she genuinely seeks new roles or simply pursues attention. Ultimately, Markle's appearance on The Tonight Show has done more than just entertain. It has once again opened the floodgates of public opinion, with people asking, can Markle truly connect with everyday viewers? Can she put aside her royal and celebrity past to embrace a role that demands humility and accessibility? Or will her ambitions be overshadowed by the disconnect some feel she represents? Markle's future in the culinary sphere remains uncertain, and it seems only time will reveal whether this latest chapter will be a successful reinvention or another misstep in the public's eyes.